Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Roadshow. We are here in Orlando, Florida. We are not touring right now, so other than Daytona and a few other episodes where we've been moving around, we've been catching up with some friends, catching up with some colleagues, and actually we have a special guest on your second return to the show. We're going to be joined by the artist Mistameana today. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's up, world?
All right, he's here. Sunni And Darq is here. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Everyone's here. So yeah, we've caught up with Mistameana today and hanging out before the show. He actually brought something to my attention that was automatically going to be in our picture news. So we're going to go ahead and dive right on into that. Yuengling is going to be actually returning with their ice cream product.
They had an ice cream product before?
They had one before. Misdemeanor, you thought it was new, right?
Yeah, I actually thought it was new.
Okay.
I know it was a return of it, but...
Well, here's the deal. Basically, the company that was best known for their beer, the family-owned Yuengling Brewery, started making ice cream in 1920 to help the business survive Prohibition. This is the oldest brewery in America. And you have been studying Prohibition documentaries lately, so...
Yeah, I have.
What do you take about seeing all those people that went out of business? How odd this is for a beer company to decide, this is our new product.
Well, see, what happened was because of the Prohibition, every company, anybody that was making beer, transporting it, delivering it, making profit of it, whatever, they had to stop. They had to cease. Like the cops and the law was on top of all of them, and they weren't like letting off. So these people were like losing their lives for it. And the beer companies, they were like, man, what are we gonna do? We can't do beer. We do like alcohol-free beer. Nobody's gonna want that, honestly.
Did any other beer companies decide to do ice cream, or do you remember any other specifics as far as what some other people decided to make?
I think there was, I can't remember what company it is, but there was a company that was making malt. In Spanish, is Malta. Okay. It's basically like beer, but it's sweet and you can drink it.
Oh, that's a non-alcoholic drink,
Oh, no, but
isn't
check
it?
this out. People that used to buy it would buy it already made like that, all malty.
Okay.
And then they get certain, fruits and stuff like that, and they aged it, made their own alcohol, mixed it, and made their own beer. And nobody knew.
Well, this is interesting. They're saying that the flavor isn't going to follow. I doubt we'll be having any beer floats, which Mistameana doesn't need to mix beer and ice cream. And,
no, it's not a good combination. But yes, Malta, that's my stuff. I grew up on Malta.
Me too, man.
You guys are both Puerto Rican, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so isn't there a lot of malt sodas over there? Like if I go to like
Bueno, la Malta, that's the Malta, that's it.
That's just there's only one brand.
I mean, to have a beverage that's actually called Malta,
Well,
Okay.
no. There's different types of Malta.
Like I've had a cola champagne that doesn't have malt in it.
No, I don't think so. Cola champagne, that soda you drank, that's just basically it's soda. It's just soda, but it has like a like exotic tropical flavors.
So what makes you both like Malta better than anything else?
I don't know.
Honestly,
I can't even tell you why. But when I bust out a bottle and I have company and they try it, they're like, "Oh, I don't like that shit. That's nasty. Get that away from me." They all hate it.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
That is true. I think it has to be a cultural thing. You know why? Because check this out.
Okay.
He's from Boston. I'm from New York.
Okay.
And I was born in New York, but my family from Puerto Rico.
Right.
Malta is something that you give to the kids. The kids can drink it. It's non-alcoholic.
Okay.
It has kind of a syrupy taste to it. Okay, so it's sweet. It's got malt. It has sugar. It has everything that beer has except for alcohol in it, and they sweetened it. And so Malta is something you would drink like if you ate like a sandwich or something, like a hamburger or something like that. And instead of drinking soda or juice or anything like that.
I drink it all day, any day, whatever.
So that was just your favorite drink. Well, as you guys are telling me about that, I'm looking, and now, I mean, it's amazing that out of 185-year-old Pennsylvania brewery decides to start putting ice cream back on the shelf after nearly 30 years. I'm noticing now that this incarnation of Yuengling is actually a separate company with no connection to the brewery. But because of the name and the fact that it actually did come from Yuengling before, that has caused high production demand, and it has no plans to produce beer-flavored ice cream. But they're saying that the supermarket freezer aisle is already getting more crowded than usual. People are demanding this stuff.
You know what that reminds me of? You know, Seagram makes ginger ale, but they also make...
They make Crown Royal and a
There
lot
you
of
go.
different whiskeys.
yeah,
So it's almost like
they're expanding.
with the whiskey, it's like, get this and the ginger ale, put them together, it'll make a great drink. But Yingling and ice cream, would you do it?
I don't know.
Maybe a
because-
dark beer like Guinness?
Guinness float.
Yeah, Guinness float.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, that would balance because you know how
It
Guinness
has
is dry,
And almost
and then the
chocolatey.
ice cream is all
Yeah.
liquidy, so kind of balance it out. That'd
That
probably be
sounds-
good.
that
I
sounds
don't like Guinness, but I probably try Guinness ice cream.
That sounds really
Float.
good. It does.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's what I think we should do. We should go ahead and plan on the next time we have you on. By then, hopefully, the ice cream will be on the shelves because they're behind. It's not out right now. You bring Malta.
Okay.
You bring the
Ice
ice cream, and I'll bring the Guinness.
And mix it.
And we will mix and we will revisit this segment.
That would be awesome.
I'm
Sounds
going to
good.
ask the listeners now when they, as I shamelessly plug, when you see us on Twitter and Facebook and all of our other social media outlets, remind us to do the Malta and ice cream Guinness test. So that's about enough of ice cream and alcohol. I found a list, fellas. I love a good list. I actually found this by an accident. A friend of mine started putting up these weird things on my Facebook that I've been sharing. You might have seen where it's like old pictures of burlesque, like carnival workers from the 40s, old medical gear that looks really creepy. Well, somewhere in there I found reasons for admission to the insane asylum between 1864 and 1889. And I mean, this list is way too long to read, so we'll put it up on the Facebook page in the picture news section. But you've got to read through some of these. I'm going to read some to you guys, and then I want you to pick out a few that you think, I mean, because you're already laughing. I hear you.
man.
I mean, there's some weird stuff.
Hey, go ahead.
All right, so we've got everything from, it starts with intemperance in business trouble. Okay, you know, obviously a guy's stressed, but then the very next one is kicked in the head by a horse.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's crazy.
how? Yeah,
That's the one.
You're automatically nuts if that happens, is what they're saying. Or ill treatment by husband, so you get sent there for being abused.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Some of this stuff is everyday life. God, jealousy and religion, laziness, masturbation for 30 years. Like, these things are crazy. I mean, it goes on and on. Are you looking at this? Can you read it from where you're at?
Yeah.
Asthma.
Tobacco.
Where's
and
asthma? Oh,
masturbation.
no way,
Yeah.
dude. That's an affliction. Like, you can't help having that.
Death of sons in war.
For bad whiskey. What does that
What is
mean?
bad whiskey?
I don't know.
Where does it say that?
You did bad whiskey, you're gonna go to the asylum? I don't know.
I don't see it on the list.
Look at the bottom. You see right there. It says bad whiskey. Right under
Gosh, it
bad
does.
habits.
Bad habits and political excitement. Oh, shit. Politics in general. Religious enthusiasm. It doesn't even say which.
Wow.
You're just done.
Fighting fire is one of them too.
I think they meant like if you put them up, you like remember how they put their fists like this on the old.
You'd have to, because if you're saving someone's life like a traditional
No.
firefighter.
I think they mean more like a psychotic way of you like punching the fire, like yeah, get off me.
Well, see, some of it makes total sense, like shooting a daughter. Like, okay, you're a criminal, you're probably insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of the things, you'd still go to the same severe place for having a gunshot wound.
Oh man.
Like you're nuts if you got, what is hard study?
I don't know.
Come
Never
on,
heard of
somebody's got to know. Seduction and disappointment. That's fucked up on two levels, because you're guilty of seducing somebody and they're disappointed with it.
You didn't try hard enough, so now you
That's
go to
hard
asylum.
study. You can't do that. So, yeah, if you're unfortunate enough to get smallpox or what's that?
Look at that one.
Which one?
It says gathering in the head. What the hell does that mean?
Does that mean like gathering in the bathroom? Like I think that would be a sign of crazy if you're just like, let's go in there and hang out.
That's what I like. That's what I like
This
hanging
is
out with you
retarded,
guys.
man. There's a lot of them. They're
Yeah,
like
some-
don't make no sense at all.
But this was the 18s, so like some of this is so. Let's see. I saw one where it was overaction of the mind.
If you
You
speak
have
your
an
mind.
imagination.
Hard study.
Yeah, I guess that falls back into imaginary female trouble. Like if you think you have your period, you are going. And then there's
Oh,
a
man.
look, female disease. What the fuck is female disease? Is that being too sweet? Is that being a bitch? Is that being on the rag? Like, what are you
my
guilty of?
God. Shit.
It's a good list.
Time of life. Like, it's hard to actually decipher these sometimes because I don't know if they mean like,
Look at
oh,
that
you
one.
had the time of your life, you're done, or is it that just that time in your life?
Look at that one.
Which-
It says deranged masturbation. So if you're going nuts and you look psychotic and you're like going at it like, they'd probably put you in the asylum.
Wow.
Uh,
So yeah, I'd invite all of the Roadshow listeners to take a look at this thing on the Facebook Picture News. We'll have that up soon, and I think you're going to get a great laugh out of that. Speaking of silly things, right before I know we're almost due for break, brass knuckles. Well, you and I were having a conversation about brass knuckles. How
Yep.
did we get on that? I mean, we tend to research things more than
I think it was we were looking at something. Were we watching Star Wars or what?
It always stems back from watching Star Wars and some
I
weapon.
think I started seeing something. It was a history on some weapon, and then all of a sudden I saw something about brass knuckles, and before you know it,
Oh,
you
we were
know,
sidetracked. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you were telling me that you read that in any form of brass knuckles is usually illegal.
Yeah, it's pretty much in most of the parts of the world. It's not banned really. It's more of you have to be 18 and up or 21 and up in certain parts of the world that you can have one, but you're not supposed to have one on you.
Well, that was where I got really confused because if someone's able to sell them but you can't possess them, then how do you transport them home? What if you got caught leaving there with them? You're automatically fucked, right? According to,
Well,
I mean, how does it? I just don't
it
get
varies
it.
in different parts of the world. Brazil, it's actually prohibited. That means like you can't own one. You shouldn't have one in your house. You should never buy one. You know?
They just have a zero tolerance for it.
It's because it's a criminal weapon. That's
Well,
a
yeah,
criminal
it's a
weapon.
dangerous device.
It's
for
not.
sure.
It's not a weapon for protection or anything like that. I mean, some people would say, "Oh yeah, you can protect yourself," but the truth is that the original creation of those things were for people to use so that it kind of takes the blow off your hands and you can hurt somebody in one quick blow. I mean, Abraham Lincoln's bodyguard used to have those on him when he
They've
used
been
to.
around that long.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Since
Why
the
weren't they on the
1800s.
fucking list we just read?
So it was actually something that was supposed to be to basically like inflict.
Well, here's my question, and here's why I brought it up. You read in some cases plastic, wood, and any other material resembling to have the purpose of the brass knuckles
Yep.
was also either frowned upon or punishable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some places.
Well, if you look at Picture News here, there's a huge stack of umbrellas at 7-Eleven with hard plastic brass fucking knuckles. I mean, Mistameana, what would you call that if you saw it? A handle or brass knuckles?
Yeah, I'm looking at that picture right now. That to me, that looks like a brass knuckle for sure.
Yeah.
Now, as innocently concealed as it looks, you pop an umbrella open and can swing it and beat somebody down. So you got 3 weapons in one. Your thoughts?
Well, here's the thing. I think their goal is to make it comfortable and has a grip to it so it feels more natural to hold. But in reality, that is a brass knuckle. And even though that's not made out of actual brass or metal, it's still hard enough that if you hit somebody with that, it'll take the blow off your hand and you won't feel it. They'll feel it. That can hurt somebody.
Do you ever ponder if maybe women would naturally buy more of these because they feel like it looks kind of cool, and yet, if somebody went to attack a lady, she could get a much better hit if
Yeah.
she used that.
Yeah, that's true. And here's another thing. Even if it's not heavy material, imagine if you hit somebody or if you punch somebody with anything in your hand, it's still going to scratch somebody's face because it's plastic.
Well, it's going to hurt either way. I just wondered how it was funny that you and I had the conversation, and the next thing you know, at an innocent gas station, here is this brutal weapon.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see if you guys thought the same. I mean, dude, the one that's all black and murdered out looks tight.
Yeah, it looks cool.
You know, like
That is nice.
Yeah.
like I said, you know, you could, you know, when you pop the button and it like that.
Yeah.
So you pop them in the eye with that. You punch them with the brass knuckles, and while they're down, just start beating them with the
With the
extended
rest of it.
umbrella. That is a weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't even look at the price. It's probably a piece of shit. Actually, you probably hit somebody and it break into a million pieces. And,
No, if the umbrella part breaks off and the brass knuckle is still used as a weapon.
or if the brass knuckles break off and the umbrella flips upside down like ours at Daytona, you can stab somebody with the actual pieces that hold the fucking
yeah,
thing
that's
together.
That's true.
All right, well, we're up against the clock. We're going to take a quick break and give some love to one of our wonderful sponsors. And hang on with us. We still got Mistameana. He's hanging out here with us in the house. And we will be right back after these words. Welcome to SinisterGuitarPicks.com, home of the Metal Edge Guitar Picks. Sinister Guitar Picks is the only guitar pick company to make picks with real metal edges without the entire pick being made out of metal. Our picks produce a superior tone, faster attack, and they are way more durable than standard picks. If you don't believe us, go to our testimonial page and hear what other guitarists have to say. Sinister is more than just a guitar pick company, it's a lifestyle. Check out our clothing line, jewelry, and accessories to show everyone your love for music and that you're living this Sinister lifestyle. Again, visit SinisterGuitarPicks.com.
One, two, one, two. Check. What you need? I don't know. Come on. I don't know. You hear that shit for 10 minutes. Yeah. You ain't even pitch in on this shit. Say why you put on the floor. We ain't connect. Just trying to go like yo. Come on, man. Fuck you too, asshole. Yeah. For real. Oh, word? Fuck you, your boy. Pass, asshole. Turn the lights out, I'm about to set it off on these crap niggas, player haters since birth. Mad cause they never had a rhyme that's worth my worst. When I rhyme on my worst day, it ain't my fault I end up in first place. You really just suck. Your girl is on my nuts, and if you think I'm gonna stop, think again, stupid fucks. The flow is in my DNA, that's why you ain't defeating me. You probably got a voodoo doll wishing it would weaken me, but I'm immune to whack MCs. That's why you never see me flinch as you start to sneeze. I breeze through your whole crew like the flu, so get yourself some tissues, drink up some Thermoflu, cuz yo, you probably think I'm an asshole. Well, guess what? I think the same about you. Yeah, and if you disrespect me, then I'ma disrespect you. I cold wet MCs, the leaky rhyme faucet. Call the beat the silent with my flow, the way I toss it. I grab the microphone and hold your eardrums for hostage. I'm deadly with the flow, now here we go, you know I got this. Talk shit, that's what haters do on the regular, but I delete them like phone numbers in my cellular phone. When I'm in the zone, I got your mind blown. Yo, I gave you points of warning, but you wouldn't leave me alone. Now I'm like Bruce Lee in the Fist of Fury, drinking Hennessy. Now who wants to mess with me? Drunk monkey, phantom rap junkie. I'm ready to rumble, call me the king of the jungle with guerrilla tactics. Fuck with me, you can get your ass kicked, you need to go home. Tighten up and do some practice, cause I slice with my sword, amputating my cords. So close your windows and lock all your doors, cuz yo, you probably think I'm an asshole. Well, guess what? I think the same about you. Yeah, and if you disrespect me, then I'ma disrespect you. I get kicked out of clubs, mainly on some stupid shit. I'm standing at the bar like, yo, whose drink is this? Well, if it ain't yours, then it must be mine. Took a big ass swig, all of a sudden didn't feel fine. The room was spinning and it's messing with my mind, cause I thought it was women, but now they're looking like guys. Some big ass chicks like Patriots offensive line. Took a closer look, they were doing the electric slide. Now if this is a bad dream, I gotta wake up, cause this shit is fucking crazy like two girls in one cup. Yo, I tried to make a run, but was way too messed up. Made it to the bathroom door, and right there I threw up. I felt better, but got some on my sweater. Got myself back up and tipped the bartender. Got greeted by the bouncer who got mad when I punched him. When I woke up the next morning, I didn't remember, so fuck 'em. Yo, you probably think I'm an asshole. Well, guess what? I think the same about you. Yeah, and if you disrespect me, then I'ma disrespect you.
All right, we're back. That rejoin was Mistameana. That is one of my favorite jams called Asshole. Check his stuff out on, go ahead and give everybody your Twitter, your Facebook, and whatever, how they can reach you for some of your tunes there, brother?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Mistameana on Twitter, Mistameana on Facebook. That's pretty much it right there.
What about, you got SoundCloud, or there was something?
Yeah, there's a SoundCloud. I got a SoundCloud too. It's Mistameana. And on YouTube, it's DJ Mistameana.
Check that out. There's some good videos on there. There's a inspirational rap music video like we talked about before, and some other cool stuff. So I tell you what, let's talk about music for a while. Dark, what have you been listening to, or what do you know that's happening right now?
Do you remember Howard Jones from Killswitch?
Of course, he was their second vocalist.
Yeah.
Their original guy's back.
Exactly.
So Howard had a band called Blood Has Been Shed, but what's he up to now?
He's got another new project called Devil You Know, and the band features him as the singer,
Of course.
and then Francisco Artusato,
Artudito?
something like that.
Okay.
And the guitarist, All Shall Perish. What was his name? John Sankey.
Okay. Then I got some guys from Devolve, Fear Factory, Divine Heresy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. According to, is this Loudwire or is this Blabbermouth?
I think this is Blabbermouth.
So it looks like
They're going to be going on tour with
they're filming
Black
a
Label
video
Society.
though.
Yeah,
we
they-
couldn't find it. I don't think it's done.
I'm not sure if it's out yet. All we found basically was a demo of it on YouTube.
What'd you think of the song?
It was badass.
Pretty
Sounds
heavy.
really good. Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Mina?
Yeah, I heard that. It was pretty nice.
It's
It
a
was
lot
nice. I
it's
was
a lot
listening.
harder. It's not like more complex music than Killswitch. It's
Yeah.
just like it's not as melodic as the other one. This one's just like
It's gritty.
this one's just like
Yeah. He can do some harmonies and some melodies.
he's amazing. He's got a lot of
But-
good ranges.
Like the breath control for a guy that big to be screaming that hard. You as you being a performer, you know how much breath it takes. Could you imagine
Oh,
the
yeah.
training that dude probably
Well-
has to do?
You
Yeah.
know, now that you're talking about that, I was seeing this video called "The Zen of Screaming." There's this instructor by the name of
That's the one you said that Randy from
her
Lamb of
name is
God-
Melissa Cross. That's her name.
Okay.
He's one of her students. She
Okay.
teaches him how to scream the proper way without harming his vocals and his
It's
vocal
like vocal
cords.
training for someone that's gonna
Yeah.
do metal. That's cool.
It's this cool hippie
Did
lady.
you say Lamb of God and some other
Yeah,
artists?
yeah. Randy also is one of the students. Angela, Arch Enemy,
Arch Enemy.
and also the singer from All That Remains. She's got a lot in her roster.
Well, she must be
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah. She's cool. I mean, the video's awesome. She's like this hippie-ish lady that's real calm and relaxing, but she teaches you how
But
to.
she knows how to scream, so mean.
And that's why it's called the Zen of Screaming, because it's almost like spiritual.
Cool.
She teaches you how to do it right without screwing yourself.
Well, speaking of good vocalists, I had brought to your attention, as you being a big old school Metallica fan, that Stone Sour actually covered Creeping Death. And when I first heard about it, I was like, I'm going to wait to watch it with Dark. He and I and Misdemeanor all viewed it before, and we're going to start down at the other end of the table on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as playing it almost dead on and still performing like hell. What would you give it 1 out of 10, Misdemeanor?
Well, it's my first time hearing these people, and I actually liked the whole vibe of it, the whole track. Everything it felt good. It made me feel good. And compared to the original song, it was almost like a mirror image. It was very good. I like it.
Right on. So,
I give it a 9.5.
Nice. All right, Dark. And the reason we're doing this is you got to come correct when you cover certain metal songs. And Stone Sour is not known for being slouches, but you're just always curious what's going to happen. So, Dark, your thoughts.
They nailed it 150%, man.
So you're giving it a 10 just right
I
out.
give it a 666.
Okay. Take that.
Let's put it this way. As a musician, and I play drums, that drummer played exactly how Lars used to play it. I mean, the original way that Lars played it when it was recorded in 1984.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, it sounded sick. They did all the parts right. The solo was the same solo that Kurt Hammett did. This guy nailed the voice, the cadence, the whole. I mean, the way he like phrased it, it sounded like if it was James Hetfield, like yeah.
And Corey's got that good range.
Yeah.
So my thought on it was honestly this. I thought this is either going to be amazing or it's going to be terrible. And I didn't think that it would be bad, but it blew me away, to be honest with you.
It
I mean,
was.
it like, I didn't expect what we saw. I mean, the excitement level in the room when we pre-screened all this stuff, no one was sitting still while this played for 7 minutes. The other ones we were just kind of so
This one, what the awesome thing about it is that it's an actual fan video. Okay, it's not something that they like threw out. It's a fan video.
yeah, someone filmed it from the
So
crowd.
here's the
probably.
thing: either the guy that did it added a little effects to it to make it shine and bring out the the effects and everything, because that thing looked like hell. I mean, it was red, it was bloody looking. They were singing that song badass. Everybody knew their parts. They ended exactly the way they did in the video. I mean, in the album. I mean, the slowing down everything at the end. I mean, he did it and it came out perfect. And it was a fan video, so it looked sick. The sound wasn't so so good,
But it
recorded,
wasn't terrible.
But no, I'm saying the performance and the sound. I mean, the way they performed it, it was perfect.
The
I wish it was like an actual DVD, because that would have been.
yeah.
So what would you give it?
I give it.
You gave it a 666
I give it a
as a
666.
joke,
Yeah,
but honestly,
666.
what would you give it on a 1 to 10?
I give it a 10.
Okay. I'm giving it a strong 9. Like I said, it was perfect. But 10s are hard to get.
I love Metallica. I mean, I love old Metallica.
Especially the way the drums used to sound. Drums. Chad Smith. You're familiar with Chad Smith, Red
Yeah,
Hot Chili
yeah.
Peppers drummer.
Yep.
Do you know what he looks like?
Yeah.
Have you seen this whole Will Ferrell thing going
Yes,
around?
yes.
Okay,
I've
okay,
always
okay.
I've always thought that. he
I've
was
always
like-
thought that too, and I'd shown it to him about a year ago. And I don't know if you've seen in the news, but they've done a pretend feud where basically Will Ferrell said, Chad Smith's the greatest, this and that. He said, but the truth is, there is no Will Ferrell. I am Chad Smith. So Chad Smith made a video back, and he's like, stop impersonating me. He's like, I'll challenge you to a drum off. He was like, I've seen your skills, and you don't have them, and all this. And long story short, Will Ferrell answers him and says, I will accept your drum duel. And he said, if you can help me raise, there was a huge number that he wants to raise for charity for Cancer for College. And
He wants to raise 300,000.
300,000,
for
yeah, that's
cancer
it.
for college.
And it says here, I will face off with you in the greatest drum versus cowbell showdown the world has ever seen. We can do it on stage at a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert or in front of a mutually convenient public library. Your call. Smith happily accepted, writing, bring it. So
Yes.
I think this is going to
Yes.
be hilarious. It's time that the whole world knew about these uncanny resemblances.
God, they look so much
Wow.
like.
And-
Somebody's parent must have, there's some secret going on. They're probably like secret brothers or something.
That's funny. But having the pretend feud and ultimately, making us all laugh like hell. But 300,000 is a lot, and I'm sure between both of their fame and the hilarity of this that they'll be able to get it, and that's cool. They give it to a Cancer for College fund instead of putting it up their nose.
They'll probably get more.
You know?
Watch it like go over their expectations. Like, oh.
Anyway, I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. I'm glad to know that you had already thought the same thing,
Yeah.
Mistameana, because I had to show it to Dark, and he was like, "Man, I've never noticed that. I've noticed it for years." I mean, gosh, they're aging about the same,
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was cool. That was a feel-good story. On that happy note, we're going to take another quick break, and we will be right back with you. We're going to find out what Mistameana's been doing because he has been out of the country. All right, hang on for us. We'll be right back. Listen up, everybody. I need to talk to you real quick about Cat Ward Productions. Again, that is Cat Ward Productions. Photography, graphics, web, promotions, marketing, and more. Cat did the logo for the Roadshow. We couldn't have asked for better customer service, better vision, better hands-on working with representing our product. She can do the same for you, too. Contact Cat Ward at catwardproductions at gmail. That's CATWARD, Catward Productions at gmail.com. Get in touch with Kat. She will make your project look good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thanks for hanging on. And we are going to go ahead and talk to our buddy Mistameana here. He's been hanging out with us, cracking wise on our stories and such. So,
Telling jokes.
what have you been up to, man? You've actually finally had some time off. You've been working hard.
Yeah, man. Hardly working. That's what I've been doing.
So, you are dabbling in something with our buddy Drop, right? You're doing some R&B collaboration.
Yeah, I'm working on some stuff with him. We're about to put some songs together. I want to, help him like record some stuff because I like to make beats, and
Of course.
sometimes I make beats that I don't necessarily do anything with. So I have these nice instrumentals. I can pass them on. So I'm gonna pass them on to him, see what he can do with them. So we've been hanging out at Plush.
Nice. It's a good studio.
Yeah, Plush is a good place. But yeah, doing that. I actually traveled down to Puerto Rico. To go
Yeah,
visit
tell
some
us
family.
about your vacation.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I got away back in December. The flight was hell, man. So I went on Spirit Airlines. Do not fly Spirit Airlines. No, they are not good, man. It was poor customer service. They had us waiting forever. They charged us $100 at the gate, right, not at the gate, right when we're getting on the plane. Right when we're getting on the plane, they
An
charged us
extra 100 on
an
top of
extra
what your
$100.
ticket is already.
What?
How can they do that?
I don't know I don't know how they can do that, but they did. And I had a backpack.
That's some corrupt shit
I
right
had a
there.
backpack that let me go on with that for free, and the next bag that I had looked just like my backpack, and they charged me $100 for that because they said it was like a half-inch bigger.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what did you see? There's a picture up of some gnarly looking beasts.
Oh yeah, on my Facebook page, man.
We'll also put these in the picture news for all the listeners.
Yeah.
What
it's-
are these? Are those iguanas?
I don't know. Like I was hanging out in San Juan, just like going around, checking out everything, like when I used to do when I was a little kid back in
Right.
Puerto Rico. But I looked over the wall because I was looking at the ocean, and I looked down to see what's on the other side of this wall, and there was these two. I'd have to say iguanas, but
Yeah, those
I
are
don't know.
iguanas. Those
They're
are iguanas.
Dragon
huge.
lizards.
They're freaking huge, man. They were just
Wow.
sitting there.
If you
chilling.
look at the size of the foliage and everything else in the picture, you can tell that they're like, and those are just wild.
Yeah, and I saw another one at another location. I have another. I don't have that picture up though. It's not as good as this one, but they're wild, just like that over there. I know that they're not from Puerto Rico. They've traveled to Puerto Rico,
Okay.
and well, from what I heard, I don't know. Every time I go to Puerto Rico, I see them. Every time I'm there.
Have you heard of
know?
any attacks or seen any attacks?
No, nothing like that.
They could at least whip you with the tail real
They're
hard.
huge though. They
It's
are
scary,
huge.
man. So what else? What else is going on the island? How's the weather around this time of year?
The weather's beautiful as usual. It's beautiful.
There
I recommend
Women
everybody.
in bikinis everywhere.
It's more than that. It's more than that. But I recommend everybody to go out there. It's a beautiful place.
Well, that's cool. You got to go and spend a few days hanging around. Have you
Visit-
got?
visiting family and friends and all that stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
Shout outs to all them out there.
There you go. And any gigs coming up, or are you just gonna chill in the studio for a little bit? And
Yeah,
see where
I'm
this
chilling.
direction goes?
Yeah, I'm chilling in the studio for now because I'm trying to do some stuff with Drop. Trying to build on my production skills as well. So I'm not trying to do any shows right now. I'm just trying to build, trying to
Gotcha.
grow.
Well, everything's a process, and anything we can help you do, we love collaborating with you. So
thanks, no doubt.
let us know. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask you. This is another thing I wanted to talk about in the show that you had brought up to me beforehand when we were just getting set up. Just like with the Yingling thing. You had seen Blackfish, the documentary.
Yeah, I just seen that last night. You guys seen that?
I saw it.
That is crazy. That's a crazy movie, man. It's unbelievable. I can't even believe what I was watching. And
Yeah,
and
it
to
makes
know
you
what's been
feel
going on.
really strange. Like,
yeah,
even if you like SeaWorld, it's right here in Orlando, and, it's a fun place to go. But, Dark, if you watch this thing, when you see where every detail of capturing,
It's in
these-
Netflix? Or
yeah,
something?
it's in Netflix now.
Okay.
Everything from capturing the animals
Yeah.
to basically enslaving them and starving them and them infighting. I mean, there's so much going on behind the scenes that you don't know that people are paying so high dollar to
Yeah.
take their kids to.
Wow.
And it's really weird.
Okay, so they're trying to show the bad side of it. That's what
Exactly. And a lot of
abusiveness?
people say this is a one-sided film, because it is exposing the bad side. But
There's a
if
PETA
all that's
PETA
true, it's
film or
still
something.
CNN did it actually.
Is it No, it's not PETA.
I would imagine PETA had something to do with it
Shit.
somewhere. But, like I said, I enjoy going to SeaWorld. I think it's a cool place. But, when you think about stuff like that, it sort of it makes you reevaluate whether you want a season pass to something when you know that's going on.
Yeah, it was like one of those free willy moments. That's what it turned into. So, but I recommend everybody go check out Blackfish too, because it's a powerful thing.
What were your thoughts on the artists that canceled their appearances to play there?
Yeah, well, at first I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't even know there was a show, but then I heard people canceling this thing, and I looked into it further, and I heard about this Blackfish, and so I watched. That's when I watched it, and it was very shocking to see. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to reevaluate if I was actually in the situation as far as what I would do. Canceling on your fans sucks, but I guess everyone's afraid of the backlash that they're going to get from being in a public place, basically endorsing the park. So I don't know what I would do myself.
It's a powerful statement.
Yeah, it does say a lot. Dark, what do you think? I mean, bands are canceling because of the heat they're getting from their fans after seeing the movie.
Well, I don't know if I want to watch a movie like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies, like you said, it's a one-sided movie. One side of the opinion and stuff.
But it is all fact. So if a fact is one side, you're allowed to tell the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
well,
I don't know. Those type of things are controversial. So is legalizing weed in Florida. Everybody, this is something we're all passionate about.
Yeah.
Everyone in Colorado, everyone in, where is it, Oregon, Washington, California. There's a handful of states where everything is pretty much decriminalized and legal.
I think it's like 17 states or something like that.
Is that counting the medical, or are we talking the
medical,
freedom
no,
stuff?
No. That's, I think, medical, and there's only, I think, three or four that are fully legal, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I'm not sure. All I know is that I say about a little less than half of the nation is starting to,
Yeah, it's starting to come around now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be a really slow process, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of crazy controversy going on yet.
I think what people are doing is, because look, check it out. I was watching the thing about prohibition, about alcohol. And what happened at that time was when they took that off, they put that restriction and they took that right off the people's, permission to do, people started doing it more. And on top of that, they were hurting themselves. They were killing each other.
Right. And what has been happening here, one argument that I do hear is, will crime go up or down? And I personally think everybody can get it while it's illegal. So I would guess crime would go down, and a lot of space in prisons would be emptied up for real criminals, and not for guys are smoking weed.
Well, look, put it this way. In the old times, before 1937, weed was legal. I mean, it was hemp. They used it for so much things. They used it to make rope
and twine.
Exactly. Paper
hats.
And clothes. Okay? And so what happened was that once somebody, can't remember his name, he was a big lumber owner, and he realized that hemp was starting to get, more popular and, more safe, more better for the environment, all that stuff. And it's the strongest fiber that exists.
Right.
So he started to slander it, and that's why marijuana started to be something that people say,
I think
African Americans, it made them real bold to the white man. It made the poor man more confident to the rich man. Remember, it was a standard for you either were rich or poor.
Complete lunacy, basically.
And so because of all that corruption and there wasn't certain laws and rules like there are now,
right.
Well, people went crazy and criminalized it. And then the same thing happened before that with the alcohol. It first started in the 1800s. And it didn't go so well because they weren't enforcing it. Finally, around the 1920s, it was when they really enforced it, and a lot of crime went up. And the mobsters and all that, they were empowered because they were supplying what the people wanted.
Right.
And there's people that at that time, the foreigners, that's all they knew. They go to work, they drank.
Yeah.
And they had their family, and they took care of their family. But they thought that it was starting to destroy the family, and so they took it away. And then they brought it back, and now it leveled out. If you legalize it, it won't go worse. You won't have new users or anything like that. This is for the people that already use it, so they can do what they have the right to do, and the government should not, never ever.
It shouldn't be their decision. But the way I look at it is, it's going to be a slow process, and medical's happening in certain places, should be coming here. Everywhere else is stepping up and growing up ahead of everyone else. I think it'll slowly pick up some speed, and at least it's in the motions of happening. I used to never think it would happen in my lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it is like if they legalize it, it's going to help the economy because it's going to help employ a lot of citizens that need a job. Not only that, a lot of people don't get jobs because they can't pass the drug test. Why? Because they smoke a little weed to help them out with their whatever problem that they have, So not only that, like if people invest in stocks and stuff like that, then when they legalize it, don't you think it would be a good idea to invest in the farming industry?
Like harvesting equipment at least.
Yeah, because that industry
they could do it on a
boom.
much bigger scale than how most people have to grow it right now. I mean, there's a ways to go, but like I said, I'm happy that it's at least moving along, you know, and I feel like we're better, we're smarter for that. Oh, on that note, smart. This guy is not smart. Have you guys seen the dumbass? God, he was like an entertainment reporter on the news that mistook Samuel Jackson for Lawrence Fishburne.
No.
He thought that he was the same guy. Samuel fires back for a few minutes. We're going to try to get the video up on our Picture News page on the Facebook. And we're going to take a second here and watch this together. And then we're going to share our thoughts on the video. Feel free to watch it during this pause and then catch up with us. We're going to break this thing down. It's pretty damn funny.
Oh, shit.
That dude got owned. Man. He got totally owned.
Yeah, that's Samuel right there.
Who had not seen this yet?
I haven't seen it.
That was my first time seeing it.
I had seen it on somebody had it on Facebook, and again, things like that I have to have you guys watch with me so that we get the full reaction. What do you guys think happened there? I mean, it was obvious he thought he was Lawrence Fishburne, but I mean, did the dude just like not make notes, or is he just being an asshole or a racist? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
I think what happened was that Samuel Jackson, he's one of those like Black Panther type people.
Well,
Black
he's a
Power
powerful.
You know what I'm saying? So
Lawrence Fishburne's so much more calm.
No. But this guy represents Black people, and he does. Remember in freaking what was it? Die Hard with the Vengeance.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was awesome, but he really, he's one of those people that he stands for his people and stuff like that. And
well, he doesn't like personal disrespect. I personally don't.
I think he took it a little bit offensive, but then he took comedy and because he's a comedian and he made it flow like that.
Yeah, because I don't think that guy. I think that guy was just a douche. I don't think that he intended to offend any race altogether. And when Jackson threw back the whole, we don't all look alike, and then he started naming Morgan Freeman, everybody. I don't know. Like you said, the comedian definitely came out. Every time the poor dude would go to start back, to ask him something like, well, how about RoboCop? He's like, hell no. He said he's going to keep ragging on him for like 5 straight seconds. What did you think, Mr. Boehner?
It was good. I mean, Samuel did the right thing by putting him on the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
To educate him.
Yep.
And at that, the guy's a reporter, an entertainment reporter, so he should be on his P's and Q's. He should know what's up.
He should know his actors.
He should know who you're interviewing before
exactly. I mean, even we take notes around here, whether it's on paper or pad or tablet. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was absolutely hilarious. That's one for the archives.
That's great.
To always look back at. He had a snakes on a plane. Freak out. If he could have cursed like Jules in Pulp Fiction.
Oh man,
it would have been on.
I can imagine somebody's gonna take that on YouTube and they're gonna like dub it with some other
bad lip reading.
He goes, hell.
He's gonna be like motherfucker, and then you're gonna see a whole bunch of like skits from different parts of movies, and they're gonna put it in there, and
because it's a split screen where they could just completely fill that box with different memes and images.
It'll be great.
Yeah, that shit was funny, man.
We'll check.
That brightened my day and just made me laugh. He handled it well, and and it definitely entertained me. What else is going on? You guys watch the Olympics? You watch any of it?
Nah.
I haven't either.
No,
I'm not really going to. If I was going to, I would rather watch the winter stuff that's like, you know, X Games style, you know, where they do trick skiing and all that. But, you know, I'm done on the curling and the what is the other, the figure skating.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I was gonna
they're
say.
like
Figure skating,
fingering each
Olympics, and
other
all that
between
stuff.
routines.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm just
crap.
not that into it. I was just curious if you guys had,
Nah.
had taken a look.
Have you heard of any media hype about the Olympics?
I've heard that the hotels and the accommodations and shit like that are like just completely terrible over there. But other than that, I haven't really. Nobody's done anything significant yet, I guess. Which I don't follow it. You know, a lot of times I don't even turn the TV on.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just figured
Yeah.
I would ask. Everybody's asking. You know, are you ready for the Super Bowl? And that's passed. So I figured I'd do the. Have you watched the Olympics?
Now, you know what? It's funny. This is old news from recently, the other day, a couple of weeks ago, whatever. The only thing I think that people are still talking about is the thing that happened with the Red Hot Chili Peppers in NFL.
Oh yeah, the non-plugged in basses
love
and
it. It was
guitars
great.
and stuff like
The
that.
pictures that you found, man, it was awesome.
Well, I know they can play their instruments.
Oh yeah, of course.
I know that there was no time to set them up properly. And if I got offered to play the Super Bowl, I would do it too. What I would do though is I would put a dummy wireless pack.
Yeah,
So I at
exactly.
least look like. Flea says that was their statement. You know, like, look what we're having to do. But I'd still play the freaking
Yeah, who
Super Bowl, dude.
cares?
Who would?
Yeah.
I don't care what they do.
Exactly.
You know, if they were a new band and I was like, oh, they're Milli Vanilli, you know, but they
Yeah.
know how to play that shit.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so you saw that, right?
Yeah.
What was your take?
Well, first of all, I'll take any Super Bowl money. Give me any type of Super Bowl money, and I'll do that.
Yeah, and the exposure you would get from playing in front of that many people. I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can unplug my guitar. I don't even know how to play guitar. I act like I know how to play that shit.
Well, I've seen a
Give
lot
me that
of
money right there.
I've seen a lot of other artists completely lip sync and dance. You know, the Britney Spears and those types with the headset mic. That's completely fake, and I knew that.
Oh yeah, that's been done before. It's not the first time. This has been going on since American Bandstand,
Oh, yeah.
since Soul Train.
I mean,
since
how
way
could
back
you
in the day?
how could you logistically set up Bruno Mars and them? Halftime's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And you've got to set that complete stage up, wire everything, get everything rolling, and get the performance on to where you can get back on the air legally, contracted, money on the table. I personally don't blame them. I thought the show was good. I wish they would have played another song.
Which song?
Gosh, I've been thinking about that. I don't know which one that I would want them to play.
Who? Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
I mean, I like Give It Away, but it's so overplayed. That's a good question. What would you want to hear them play if they didn't do that one?
I mean, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've always said I wouldn't mind doing a song with them because they are brilliant.
Right.
The way they make some music. They got a big catalog, so I don't even. I whatever song, it doesn't matter to me. Just play some more. But at the same time, I was expecting to hear like maybe other songs from Bruno Mars because
With them playing along, or
yeah,
just or
I mean, I don't even know why they actually fused the two. I thought they should have just separated them. You know. Because they're both talented.
They have a lot of good songs. Both artists have a lot of big popular songs. But the truth is because it's halftime and it's football, they're supposed to be kind of the secondary cheerleaders. They're supposed to bring the people in the crowd, get them all riled up.
they'd have to play an energetic tune.
Give It Away is probably the best one, honestly, because everything else, it's got different moods to it,
That's
and it changes. Or some are slow, and you know what I mean. So that's probably the best song. It's a good song. It makes you want to jump like they did and stuff.
Yeah,
They did a good job with the show and stuff. I mean, regardless what happened, who cares? Like I said, like you said, like I said, like everybody said, and if you're offered to do a Super Bowl show and you have to lip sync, you have to lip sync, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's a freaking big event. Everybody likes to do it. It's just like when you go and do the Star Spangled Banner for like baseball or football or any of those things. Those people, they put that down on their portfolio. Oh yeah, I did the Star Spangled Banner and the Super Bowl or the basketball, Bulls or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
Yeah, the opportunity to do it, even at that cost, I agree with you guys. I would do it. I don't fault the Chili Peppers at all. And honestly, I thought the show was great. I like Bruno's stuff. I like their stuff. It was good energy. Everybody looked good and performed.
And he's a pretty good drummer, not bad.
Yeah, the way he opened that.
Oh
did
yeah,
you see
the
that?
way he opened.
That wasn't bad. I was like,
phenomenal.
wow.
I wasn't
good.
expecting that part. So other than the Super Bowl being over, there's not much in the world of the few sports we like. Daytona races are starting up this weekend on the 15th, this Saturday. coming up. I'm not sure if we're going to have to watch it on TV or if we're going to go cover it. We may have a new episode if we can get out there. I'm working on trying to get Dark and myself out to the shootout, or what used to be called the shootout. It's now the Sprint Unlimited. We're going to try and cover that on the 15th. If we can't, we will still at least touch on it in the show. And then the Daytona 500 itself is the next Sunday, the 23rd. So season's about to get back on, about to get to see some racing again. We have a short season, but it's a sport I love, we love going to, and I've got this guy hooked on tailgating, drinking beer, and camping out. So hopefully we'll be able to make it out to one or two before February's over. How would you like that?
That'd be cool.
You up for it again, even if it rains?
Yeah, I can. Oh, man, we grilled in the rain. Can you believe that? We were grill-taying.
Yeah, listen to episode 12 and you'll learn how to grill tay. All right, man. All you guys, follow us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at the SS Roadshow. Please log in and subscribe to YouTube, the best place to get the full video, picture, and audio experience with the show. We'd like to take this time to thank Mistameana for jumping in here and hanging out with us.
No problem.
It's been a good day, and I'm going to grill something up. I can deserve a nice meal. So for Senior Dark and myself, Sonny Simmons, the Roadshow must get on down the road. We'll see you at the next stop.
Peace.
I tell you what, working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've been my mistake. You know what?
See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Flogger, you're
We may
exactly
be
right.
all black and famous,
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. That's right.
You're the entertainment reporter.
I know. I'm dumb
You're
to
the
lie.
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station.
Flog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Lawrence Fishburne.
My mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk
That
about.
must be a very short line for your job
I'll say.
outside there.
No, it probably would not be hard to get another person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really? Really?
I apologize.
I'm the other guy.
But-
I'm the other guy.
I
The
know.
other one.
But-
What's in your wallet?
Right. That's it.
I'm that
Exactly
guy.
right.
There's more than one black guy doing a commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
I'm the what's in your wallet black guy.
Okay.
He's the car black guy.
There it is.
Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy. You only hear his voice though, so you probably won't confuse him with Lawrence Fishburne.
You're 100% right. To RoboCop,
There's
were you
a
a fan?
heavyweight black guy that's like putting cash down in the seats in a baseball stadium, but he's also the black guy that turns off the house, the water, and the lights when his kid tells him the house is cool.
Right.
I'm not that guy either.
Do we want to do a list of all the people that you're not?
And I've actually never done a McDonald's or a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. I know that's surprising.
Right. Fair enough.
Oh, man.
To the original.
And I'm the only black guy in RoboCop that's not a criminal,
Okay.
other than Michael K. White.
Were you a fan of the Peter Weller version?
Yes. I love RoboCop. When it came out, it was like crazy innovative because it was making fun of the government. It was sarcastic. It was violent. Peter Verhoeven did a great job. I mean, there were even bare breasts in it. None in ours. I think they should have had some, but they didn't put any in it. But yeah, I was a huge fan of the original. And when I heard they were making a remake, I wondered why. And I read it, still didn't know why. But when they told me Jose Padilla was going to direct it, I was really interested in doing it because I like his other films that he made in Brazil. And then Michael Keaton, Gary Oldman. How can you say no to that?
Well, I tell you what, it's obviously a great cast, and this director does have some extraordinary credits.
You do know who they all are, though, right?
Yes, I do.
I mean, just in case they have some of them on the show, do some work.
I won't make the same.
Do some research. Make sure you don't confuse them with those other white actors that are out there, like Brad Pitt.
This is a well-deserved spanking. Thank you for it. Let me ask you this, but the fact that you brought up that initial question, why are they doing this? A lot of people talk about that, these rebootings or reimaginings of franchises. So what convinced you was...
Well, they were successful films. They were successful films. People reboot some of those films because they think there's a new audience out here that hadn't seen them, or there has been a technological advancement that will allow them to do something that makes the film better or different in a certain way that will appeal to an audience that might want to see it.
Well, I tell you what, it is going to be...
I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
Not at all. No, not at all. They're pushing us along, and I'm probably going to get spanked in the most extraordinary way with good reason. We should tell you Samuel L. Jackson's in RoboCop in theaters everywhere on Wednesday, February 12th. There we go. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sam. Come here. We'll give you one right now.
Right.
That's right.
There
Boom.
we go.
Okay, let's go to the weather forecast. Wow.
You know what? That is a tape now that I believe is now going to have a life all of its
I think
own.
you're right.
We'll see on
Right.
YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good.